Messages from Mary. Message number 1. The Spirit of Mary is among you. My infinite presence, felt by those who have been able to spiritually prepare themselves, is truthful. It pleases me to visit my Marian people, so that they may feel my presence close to their heart, and so that they may hear my maternal voice with the love and trust with which the small child usually hears the stories that his mother relates. Listen, in that period, hidden among the mountains of Galilee, there existed a village called Nazareth, formed by humble houses where tranquility, simplicity, and peace reigned. There, ignored and silent, awaiting her mission, lived a maiden who was the treasure of her parents. They named me Mary, which signifies lady, and ever since my childhood I knew that my destiny in the world was to serve the Father as the most humble of his servants. During my infancy, I passed many hours devoted to prayer and meditation, in sweet ecstasy that gave strength to my heart as a woman, to enable me to resist the critical moments that waited for me. But also, like all children, I knew of infantile games, because I have always loved the children. How many times my heart was moved by the innocence of the little ones who sought my company, to enjoy the tenderness that in my heart I felt for them. They were the same children who later on would hear the Divine Master consecrate me at the foot of the cross as the spiritual mother of humanity. The knowledge of Yahuah and of superior things that the Most High revealed to me allowed me to prepare many hearts, making it known to them that the time was drawing near for the coming of the promised Savior. But never at any time did my lips reveal that I was the chosen one among all women, in whom the incarnation of the Word would be consummated. I was to wait for that moment when the voice of the Father would reveal to all men my true essence through the lips of Yahusha. Through those silent nights of Nazareth I prayed for mankind, and how much pain took hold of my heart for those sick of body and spirit. How I grieved for those lonely hearts who suffered from the hunger and their thirst for love. My prayers were also elevated for all those who endured the cross of ungratefulness and injustice. I had the presentiment in the depth of my being of the pain that was to pierce my heart as a mother at Calvary. O Nazareth, flower of Galilee, you are my small earthly homeland. There, humble as all the women, I knew of the human chores to which I devoted myself with love and joy, submissive and obedient, recognizing that home is the temple where the Spirit of the Most High dwells. But another temple waited for me when I became a maiden, and it was the one which was to come for me to devote myself to the service of Elohim, where my spirit and my flesh would become prepared and fortified in prayer and in the practice of the law. From the temple I would emerge one day to unite myself in matrimony with Joseph, the noble elderly who would be for a brief time my companion on earth. One night, transported in prayer while conversing with the Highest, the angel of the Most High came to me to announce that I would shortly conceive the only begotten Son of the Father. Deep in thought, I contemplated the celestial apparition, but not surprised by what he had just announced to me, inasmuch as my spirit knew of the mission that he had brought to the world. Nevertheless, my heart as a woman and as a virgin wife felt overwhelmed in the face of such grace granted to a humble creature, and I prayed to give thanks. From my eyes poured a torrent of tears of happiness and also of pain, and I said to the Father, Elohim, my spirit rejoices within you, my Savior, because you have done great things, because you are almighty and your name is holy. The months went by and the day drew near when the words of the spiritual emissary would be fulfilled, and so I arranged the humble bedroom where my beloved Yahusha, the fruit of my womb, was to be born. But Yahuah had arranged everything in a different manner, and having had to depart in the company of Joseph toward Bethlehem to Judea, obeying an order from Caesar, the child was to be born away from Nazareth. Painful and lengthy was the journey for who would shortly become a mother, and useless was the search in Bethlehem for a place to rest. Not a single door was opened at my call, but everything had been prepared by the Most High, since there, on the outskirts of the city, a cavern where humbled shepherds usually sought shelter with their flock, was the place selected by Yahuah for the birth of my beloved Son, the promised Messiah. My children, verily I say to you that there does not exist in your language any words which can express what my eyes contemplated in that instant when the Word, made man, was born to the light of the world and rested on my bosom. A radiant light illuminated that being who, upon opening his eyes, enveloped me in a smile of infinite love. What joy so great invaded my heart as a mother! But there was so much loneliness and poverty in our surroundings that I felt distressed. I would have liked to cover the little body in gala clothes, knowing that he was king, but I could only wrap him with my kisses of love and give him the best bedding, and I could only offer him a manger for a cradle. An illustrious silence enveloped that holy night. Without the lords of the earth, nor the kings of the world, asleep in lethargy and darkness, having any presentiment that the Son of Yah had arrived among them. The shepherds of Bethlehem of simple and humble heart were the ones who felt in the depth of their being the gentle footsteps of the newborn baby. In the middle of the night, the angel of the Most High appeared before them, and he said to them, "Have no fear, as I have come to announce to you a very great joy for this village, because today was born in the city of David the Savior, the Hamashiach, the Messiah, whom you have been waiting for. And the sign is that you will find him reclining in the manger of the stable. He is the Messiah." At that instant the sky became illuminated with the radiant light, and an army of angels intoned in a sweet voice, "Glory be to Yahuah in the highest of the heavens, and peace on earth to men of good will." Deep in thought, enraptured, they received the divine message announced centuries before the prophets of the Most High. When the vision had passed, the shepherds, with their hearts overflowing with happiness, went forth in search of relatives and friends to give them the good news. Later, the light of the Most High guided their footsteps to the cavern, where the Son of Elohim reposed on the padding of straw of a manger. A scene of humbleness and of light was offered to the eyes of the shepherds. That child to whom they knelt to adore was the man Elohim had come to earth to save mankind from the yoke of sin. O my Father, who in all eras has searched for simple hearts to reveal to them your high plans, knowing that the wise and powerful men disown you and deny you. You, laborers of my beloved people, who come to hear the Most High, are the simple of heart whom my Father looks for in this period, so that you may carry the news of his new advent. You men, women, elders, and children who at this moment hear the voice of your celestial mother are the humble hearts who have known how to listen to the voice of the angel of the Most High in this era, announcing the spiritual presence of the Divine Master. I bless your submission to that calling of love, and I compare you to the shepherds of those times, because you have not become scandalized on finding him in the most complete humility, unaware of the world's pomp. And for the faith that you show in the face of these revelations, the Most High wishes to repose on the bedding that you have prepared for him in your heart. I receive the gifts of love that you offer me, converting them into peace for all the nations of the world, into caresses for the children, and into strength for the men who struggle in life. I embrace within my mantle of love all the women, and I wipe away the tears of all the mothers, wives, widows, and the abandoned ones, who drink drop by drop their chalice of bitterness. Humanity, I love you infinitely. I have no reproach against those who do not recognize me as the mother, because I only love those who love me or believe in me. All of you are mine, and everybody will reach the presence of the Father, where you will see me with my loving arms waiting for you, to make you feel the warmth of my bosom, from which you shall never turn away. O blessed children, beloved orphans, young ones who are confused and journey along without a course, receive my light. Maidens and young men, be strong in the face of the turmoil of life, so that you will not lose your fragrance. Blessed children, receive my caress and my gifts. Lonely hearts who hunger for love and thirst for tenderness and understanding, I announce to you that soon you will find the treasure desired. Toward that end, I leave for you a lighted torch of faith in your existence.